Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Anime a la Carte. I am here with the one and only MissBriSolo.
Hello, hi.
We are going to be serving up some delicious anime and tasty food with our special guest, Biscuit. Hello, handsome. Hello.
He's like, hello.
Today we are going to be making panko crusted chicken nuggets and homemade French fries. Let's do it. Are you so excited?
I am so excited.
I am so excited.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited.
We're gonna make some chicken nuggies, and we are gonna make some French fries, and we are gonna watch some anime, and it's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be the best day ever.
It's gonna be the best day ever.
Okay.
So here we have our ingredients. You are more than welcome to help me cook if you want, but I'm here to serve you. You know what I mean?
So like, fancy.
We've got our pre-cut chicken breast because I know you're about that fitness, healthy life.
I'm also a really picky eater. I have the palate of a child, so it helps to have chicken nuggets on set.
This is a fact. This is a fact. We do have our all-purpose flour and our eggs for egg wash, but we are doing panko crusted chicken nuggets. So we're doing something like fun and prickly, and then potatoes. So since this is all prepped, I'm gonna chop some of these potatoes up for French fries, julienne them, if you will. Now, because it's the first episode, there are a lot of people that don't know what to expect from this show.
Right.
So let's kind of dialogue about that. First in foreskin, I very much love showcasing anime, which you know. Now, tell the audience, are you an anime girly?
Oh my god, I am an anime girly. So I'm a cosplayer. If you don't know me, you might recognize me or not. But I started off cosplaying mostly anime. That's how I kind of really got my love for it, even though now I don't really do as much anime as I used to. But I grew up...
Sad.
So tragic.
So sad.
And I'm trying to get back on my anime grind because that's where I really found my love for like media and finding characters that I really resonated with was in anime and like other animated forms of media.
Hot.
Yeah.
I'm reflecting on like all the anime stuff that you've done. I'm trying to pick my current favorite. Do you have a favorite anime cosplay that you've done?
Well, I just did Jolene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Hot.
and
I think absolutely ate.
It's just so much fun. I also feel like I've kind of been falling into this trap of just like trying to look normal, but like hot. So it was nice doing like makeup that was different and cool and like artistic. So I found that really relaxing.
Have you ever made homemade fried chicken nuggets before?
Have I?
Have you?
With no assistance? No. I don't even think I've like helped my boyfriend, Justin. He's the cook.
Can we talk about your boyfriend?
Yeah, let's talk.
We can absolutely talk about your
Let's
boyfriend.
Just daydream real quick.
Oh my god. My new favorite conspiracy on the internet that I will be endorsing and making content revolving is people think that Justin and I are a couple. And by people, I mean 2 people on the internet. But that was enough for me.
That's enough for me.
That was enough for me.
I'm riding that.
I was like, absolutely. So we've already talked about like you are an anime girly.
Yes.
What are some things that you love outside of anime when it comes to media? TV shows, movies?
For me, I mean, we have bonded over this. I like things that make me feel happy, whatever it is.
I love feeling happy.
Twilight is one of those things that makes me happy. One of the only things I can consume forever until the end of time and just be like, this makes me happy. Mostly because I just think it's fun to just be silly. Like it's fun, it's a silly premise. I think it's a super silly movie, but I enjoy that. So I enjoy things of that nature. Like I enjoy some more lighthearted, like rom-coms, sitcoms, more of that kind of vibe. And then I watch anime and I'm watching people get murdered over and over. My taste is very all over the place.
You are kind of all over the place,
I am.
but I do love that you are a silly, goofy girl that could literally like kick my ass.
What,
Like, can I get a shot? Can I get a shot of like this? Like that
hey, Daniel.
nonsense? Like,
It's good to see you.
but you put in the work. Like you really put in the grind to be like about that life.
I tried.
Like
I dabbled.
you definitely like, you were always working out. Remember when we used to work out together?
Oh my god.
I
The
miss
best
that life.
times.
I miss that life. Now, question for
Yes.
you. Like, you know, you're a fitness girly, you're a content creator. Is this something that you always thought that you were gonna be doing? Is this something that you wanted to do? Like, talk about it.
For me, I knew I was gonna do content. Like I feel like, and I say this without exaggerating, everything in my life until today has led me here in like the funniest way. Like I used to do theater, so I used to do costume design. I used to do editing on YouTube, photo editing when I was like in middle school. And all of those skills I applied to like the life that I live now. And that was always what I aspired for. I was hoping you know? Like I did theater, right? And so everyone's like, oh my God, stop doing theater. You're gonna be a poor, struggling actress and you're gonna be on the streets and you're gonna be dying.
And what about it?
And what about it?
And what about
it?
it?
If I'm happy, then so what?
And what
but
about it?
I never really got to explore that because I went to college and I really didn't want to be living that life.
I want that soundbite. I didn't get to explore that because I went to college.
Sad music, violins playing. But basically, I put all of that on hold, right? So I had all those interests, and then, you know, the pandemic happened, and I lost my jobs. I couldn't go to school anymore, and I was like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do anyway.
There it
and
is.
it kind of just led me here. So I feel like truly and honestly, like this was the only course my life could have taken.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
So you're loving being a content creator.
I'm loving
like
it.
you are absolutely loving being
This
a
is what
content
I was
creator.
meant to be doing,
Okay.
for sure.
So then let me ask you this. Are there any like rumors that are false or myths? Is there something that you need to debunk as a content creator? Because now you've got the insight, like you've got the numbers, you know what I mean? Like humble brag, like what are you pulling on TikTok, IG? Like what are your numbers? Just so people have some context if they don't know you.
So hi, my name is MissBriSolo. You can find me on TikTok. I have 3.7, I think, and then on Instagram I have
3.7 what?
million. I'm so sorry.
Million.
3.7 million on TikTok, and then on my Instagram I have like 940 something thousand.
Okay.
And then on my Twitter I have like 600 something thousand. And
Dang.
my YouTube 15,000. Wow, baby. But yeah, well I can say, because I wasn't always a creator, right? So I was once just a consumer. And I would look at people on TikTok and Instagram and be like, oh my God, they have 1 million followers. They must be drowning in money. Like they must be so rich and loaded, and they must be
They are, aren't they?
like Kardashian status, except they're not. They're not. I feel like people equate numbers to like wealth when it's literally not that. Numbers are literally just people, accounts that have followed you. And I think that's the biggest misconception is like they assume everyone on Instagram or TikTok has this lavish lifestyle, but unless you're making money in other ways, it's not like that at all. That's
Interesting. Okay. So in your time as a content creator or as a performer, I have a really like random question for you. What is the favorite, the bestest, your most like, yes, compliment you have ever received?
I'm gonna answer that seriously. The
I want
only
you
thing
to.
that has come into my head though, this is not my serious answer, but I just remember being in high school and this is so stupid. I can't believe I was in high school and this girl came up to me. She's like, wow, you have really gorgeous armpits. And like, I have just kept that for the rest of my life. That anytime somebody mentions compliments, that's like the only compliment I can remember is this girl saying that I had really nice armpits. I will not be showing them today. Not for free, I will not be showing my gorgeous, voluptuous armpits. But what? I don't even know. What was the question? I got derailed by my armpit talk.
My question was, what's your favorite compliment? And yours was, I love your armpits. Does Justin know this?
Okay, yes, I tell him all the time because for some reason I'm on like armpit, the side of like TikTok and Instagram, where I just get people who are like, oh my God, your armpits are so smooth. I guess.
So, okay, so then for all of the he, she's, and theys that want to know, what's your secret to your smooth armpits?
I feel so bad because I feel like I should have an answer. I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I mean, like I shave occasionally.
Get out.
No, I mean
Get out.
I do.
That's like those people who are like, oh, like what, like have perfect skin, and it's like, what's your skin routine? It's like, I use a bar of soap. I'm like,
Yeah.
rude. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Like, get out.
It is. What am I supposed to do? It's like I wish I was like, oh my God, like I lather my armpits like a conditioning mask. I don't even know what you could do. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Like that's kind of crazy. So then, what's going on in your life like right now? Are you working on any projects? Are there any new cosplays? Is there like anything that you're just like, yes, this is on my radar for goals that I have for myself?
I mean, mostly for me, I'm just trying to focus on the content that I'm doing. I have a lot of interests. I want to do more YouTube stuff, more talking, more tutorials, more crafting, stuff of that nature. But I don't really have any, I guess, true goals that I'm working towards besides just maintaining what I'm up to right now.
Wait, talk to me about like coming to YouTube, because like right now, currently, if I were to describe your brand, it's like, I'm the hot fitness cosplay girly. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you don't really do a whole lot of talking. You do a lot of lives. which I love. You are very you're very vocal on your lives, but I feel like if people don't get to tune in on your lives, you don't really get an opportunity to showcase. But yeah, so if you had the opportunity to have a YouTube channel that you were continuing to kind of showcase the crafts, what are the things that you want people to know about you? What are the things that you're just like, yes, I want people to see this side of MissBriSolo?
I think my biggest thing is that I have been creating content for I've been doing this since 2020, right? And I have cultivated a following mostly based just on my appearance, right? So I post a sexy video of me showing off my butt, or I post, the pictures, the final results, and people never really got to connect with me.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of working overtime trying to repair that relationship and be like, hey, you may find my booty delicious, but I have more to offer. There is more to me than meets the eye. And so mostly it's more I can still do what I'm doing.
Right.
But I want there to be more substance, more value that I have as far as as a human being, not just as eye candy,
Bruh, sexy people are smart too.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right? Sexy people are smart too. I mean, you're dating one of them.
Yeah, so I know. I see it firsthand.
You do. You see it, you live it, you are it. I love that.
That's my mantra. I'm meditating right now.
Wait, okay, so hold on a sec. So I wanna go further down this road.
Okay.
Okay, let's say you do it, you, as people refer to it, rebrand.
Right.
Okay, you're rebranding, you are about that life, and now you are at a point in your life where you're like, I am successful. What does success mean to you? What does that look like to you?
I feel when most people talk about success, they're like, oh, milestones. So when I thought I was gonna hit 1 million, I'm like, that's gonna be when I'm successful. That's when I'm gonna feel like I'm valid. And
Don't crush that dream for me.
No,
because I'm still that's still a goal for me.
I mean,
so
it's a goal and it's really amazing.
I'm about to be so deflated right now.
But it's amazing and it's an accomplishment, but you cannot hit this and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm successful, I'm done. Or I'm just woo! Everything has led up to this and that's amazing, but there's no cutoff for you have to achieve this to be successful. I have to get this multi-million-dollar brand deal to be successful, right?
Right,
I feel
right.
When we attach these arbitrary expectations for ourselves, it just gets really toxic. So I try not to do that to myself, right? I'm not oh, once I get my own clothing brand, I'll be successful. Or once I move out, I'll be successful. I feel it's a state of existence that you feel confident in what you've done, you feel good about what you're doing currently, you are able to take care of yourself, you just feel happy. I feel that's when you can say you're successful. So I would say that I'm successful now. Do I want more? Yeah, sure. I feel everyone can say that, but I feel I'm happy with what I've got.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I also love that you definitely had to stop yourself from saying success is a state of mind, because I know you were thinking of Pedro Pascal, because daddy is a state of mind. You know what I mean?
His face is in my mind right now.
Pedro, if you ever want to be on the show, I'm just saying, pull up. You are welcome to be here. Absolutely.
Hey.
But wait, okay, so question for you. If you have a time machine, you know what I mean?
I'm just
Yeah,
going back in time.
yeah. You're going. I was gonna try and make a reference, but I wasn't sure which one to make because there are so many time travel references now. I'm
Too many.
But okay, let's say you can go back in time,
Okay.
and you can visit your younger self. What are you telling little Bri? What are you telling younger Bri?
I feel the one thing that I would really stress is that it would all fall together, right? I feel really happy with the way that things have happened in my life. And of course, how you were saying, when you're experiencing these things, it sucks. It's not always happy. You don't always feel good about it. But knowing that it would all work out later would have been such a solace for me when I was younger. Any trials and tribulations or any failures or anything that made me feel everything was going wrong and my life was over and I melodramatic. I'm oh my God. I'm 16 years old in my closet, I can't do this anymore. Just to know that I would come out on the other side and I could confidently say that, be you're fine, just live it, just experience it, you'll be fine. I feel that's the one thing that I really could have used.
Wow, just you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, just some kind of comfort.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel that leads to another conversation starter. Is there, amidst all those trials, amidst all those lessons, is there a failure that you experienced that you are dang, I just fell harder than I've ever fallen before? How did you get back up? What was it and what did you learn?
Well, I mean, It's hard to say that because I feel like failure is such an intense word, right? Like when I say like this is like the ultimate failure of my life, it's like, oh my god.
Game over.
Like, literally, it sounds like, oh my god, this was like the end. And I don't know if I've ever experienced anything to like that capacity in which I felt like truly like earth-shattering. I mean, in my teenage years, right? Like everything was earth-shattering. But I was in high school.
Yeah, everything's new.
Everything felt like the world-ending failure. But one specifically, when I was in high school, my friends and I, we were like competing on this like public speaking thing every year. And we were so close to winning every year. We did it for 4 years straight. And we were second place every time. And the last time, right, it was like, oh my god, like everything is led up to this. We can do this, we can win, we can go to nationals, we can like
This is the plot of an anime.
Yes.
You literally are describing an anime right
but
now.
That's how it felt. It felt like so like intense, like the stakes were so high. I'm in high school, I'm like 17. It was not that serious, but it felt like that. And so we get there and then something happens. I was the president and so something goes wrong.
Okay.
And we just keep going and we pretend that the thing that went wrong didn't go wrong. And afterwards, we lose, right? So it was like the last blow to my spirit and my soul. I'm like ready to just crawl on the floor and die. And then they're like, oh, by the way, president, to me, if you would have corrected this, you guys would have won. So if I would have made the executive decision to get up there and to fix it, all of the work that we've been putting in for those 4 years would have paid off. And so like having to bear that on my little teenage boppery shoulders was so much. And that is like such a, obviously it wasn't important. I'm sure nothing would have happened if I went to nationals or anything like that. Nothing of value, but just knowing that I failed and I didn't do what I needed to do.
It's like
soul crushing.
It's like the failure that you could have prevented.
Yes.
Like you knew like what you could have done to prevent it. And it didn't happen.
And not only that, but I had like my team, right? So I was like supposed to be the leader to lead us to victory and I couldn't even do that. And so I just think about that all the time. And more so than anything, right? Like I learned from that, I just have to kind of do things and own the things that I do. And like, okay, if I didn't do this, if I didn't make the decision to go fix that, there's nothing I can do about that. There's no point in having resentment towards myself, which I did have for a long time. After that, right?
For sure.
Like having that internal guilt and resentment that I should have done something else is not worth having, you know?
She just said it's just not worth it.
It's just not. I was like, actually, I'm just gonna stop being sad. Like, no, it's like, I'm gonna stop being depressed. Like,
oh my god. I'm just gonna stop being depressed.
I'm just gonna pick myself up, you know?
Look at that timing. Now we can move into the next phase of our chicken nuggets. Update for everybody. Here's our panko chicken nuggies. We gave them a flour bath, an egg wash, and a tumble in our panko crust. And now, because my sister taught me this, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna put you onto something. In case you didn't know, if you're like me and you are trying to, you know, be mindful of things, my sister does the spray and she gives them like a little flip. And instead of like deep frying them in like oil and such, she spritzes them and air fries them. So it's just like, it's still crunchy, crispy, but it's not like all like oily, greasy, crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even know that you sprayed it. I thought you just put it in there. The spray helps it.
The spray gives it like that nice golden, familiar like flavor and vibe.
The nugget feel.
The nugget feel, yeah. Because, okay, I will confess, I tried not spraying and they just look like
lumps.
They do. I'm like, this is not the vibe.
It's like, actually, I don't know if I want to eat this.
Food should be pretty. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It should look appetizing.
It should, yeah. There should be some sort
of a good little golden.
Yeah, we want there to be some kind of appeal to it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. So let's get the air fryer out. The anime that we are going to watch, based upon our conversation and most relevant to this last tidbit, I want to show you ZOM 100.
I've heard about it. I've seen like little clips on TikTok.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You are excited?
I will say, I will preface this by saying I have been quite scared of things lately. I am like anything that isn't like, oh my god, we're happy, let's go like run in the park. It's like, I'm a little scared. But like zombies and zombie shows like Walking Dead and like all this stuff.
That's fair.
You know, like.
So do you have a synopsis of what the show is about?
I mean, go ahead.
She straight up said, that's your job. She straight up said, that's your job, baby. That's what you're here to do. You're here to tell me about anime.
Me doing research? No.
Okay, so ZOM 100 is definitely like a zombie anime, but it's less about zombies and more about your protagonist.
Right.
It's set in modern day Japan, and it is putting on full display the gross, abusive grind of the workplace and the work culture in Japan. Granted, that is relevant and applicable to many other places. USA, I'm looking at you. So what ends up happening is in episode 1, which we are going to watch, there is a zombie apocalypse. And our protagonist, rather than being concerned for his well-being, is just so thrilled that he doesn't have to go to work.
Me.
Actually, and I'm here for that energy. I'm here for that energy.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna watch ZOM 100 while we have some panko crusted chicken nuggies and some homemade French fries.
You know how to treat somebody.
I know how to treat somebody.
Yeah, you know how to treat somebody.
I'm still single, by the way. Okay, are you ready to try our delicious food?
Yes, I'm so ready.
I'm
Okay,
so
it looks
excited.
so good.
Little
Okay.
little clinky clink.
Okay.
That crunch was something straight out of Food Wars.
The spray made such a difference, I think. This tastes so... Oh.
I'm in it.
There's not gonna be any extra.
I'm in it, yeah, nothing left.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, no scraps. No crumbs.
Okay, so recap, we are watching ZOM 100. This is an anime that just dropped this year. We're talking like a couple of weeks ago. The manga's been out for a minute. The fans are insane. Like they are so hyped for this anime because the manga's been out for a minute. When I was at Anime Expo, I did get to see the manga artist, the mangaka, and the producer, and some of the voice actors come on and do a panel, and they were all very excited about it. Got me hyped for it. I got to see the first 90 seconds of the episode before it aired. Special.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it definitely got me like in it. So I'm very excited to share this with you.
I'm ready.
Yee! Here we go. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now.
That's what you think I'm gonna look like. That's how you see me.
Do you do cup of noodles?
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite cup of noodle flavor?
Chicken. I don't think
I respect that. I respect that. Have you ever had an office job? It is not it, girl.
My soul
Let me
definitely
tell-
would have left.
Yeah, it is not it.
Oh Lord! Oh, he's cute.
I know. What's that? What's that old cartoon? Betty who? Betty Boop.
Oh
It's
yeah!
giving Betty Boop. Bruh, food and anime always look so good. But you know what? I'm proud of these. I'm proud of these nuggets.
This looks good.
No shot he was a rugby player.
Oh, you can't tell?
Is
He's
that
like,
is that how they're built in Japan when they play rugby?
I don't even know what rugby is, to be honest. I don't even
Say
know.
Are you for real?
I've never seen anybody play rugby in my life.
Oh wait.
Oh.
He really thought he was done. They're going back to work. They went to dinner and now they're back in the office.
Oh my God, I like the boot camp like music.
Creatively, I don't know how often I see animes do time-lapse shots.
I know.
And I'm like super into it. Who do you think is a bigger enemy to society? Capitalism or straight men?
What? Looks like a morgue.
For free.
Girl, not the grippies.
For free. Can you imagine doing 200 hours of overtime, unpaid? Granted, we make content for a living, so it's kind of like...
Yeah,
When would you have quit, and how would you have done it?
as soon as I got there. What?
Damn.
Aww.
She's so cute.
Aww.
Right.
I ship.
You ship it?
Cute.
I think that's reasonable.
She brings him food when he doesn't get to eat. That's so sweet and thoughtful.
It is very sweet and thoughtful. She is a very sweet and thoughtful girl. My man has given up.
He has literally
He
no
has-
regard for his
He
life.
has given up.
He's worried.
Such a Japanese like cultural thing, like worrying about the whole. And like I respect it, but at the same time I'm like, bro, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucius.
Oh my God. He literally just looks like a zombie.
Thank you.
want something.
Bro, am I sitting?
I mean-
They were sitting with this one.
I want to know what you do in this situation. You just saw a zombie. What
I
are
would
you doing?
die. I would drop dead. There's nothing else for me.
You letting that first zombie get you?
Do I look like a track star, rugby star, whatever that is? I don't even know what that is. Oh my god. Oh, this is pretty.
あれっていうか
Oh my god.
もしかしてこれってもう今日から会社行かなくてもいいんじゃね
Oh. I just got like goosebumps.
Right? I got like chilly all over.
Oh
like,
my god.
notice his world is like now in color.
Oh
Look
my
at how
God.
vibrant it is. Look at that. Parkour.
This motherfucker parkour. Yeah.
俺に見えていたのは黒いもやに覆われたモノトーンの世界だった
Damn.
広い空
It's so visually pretty.
大鳥さんは無事でいる
I mean,
It's not her fault.
yeah.
He's definitely power playing.
Yes.
I'm sure she would not have
absolutely.
chosen him.
偉人だろうが関係ね
Yeah.
Straight
Who
up.
cares
Who
if she's
cares?
a side chick?
Who cares?
Who gives a
Who
fuck?
cares?
I'd
Exactly.
rather get eaten by zombies than regret holding in these feelings. Look at this spitting.
大鳥さん
Oh my god, no!
I know.
No.
I know.
Ew, no, is she gonna explode too?
Now she's giving corpse bride.
Yeah, you're right. She's
Yeah.
kind of like, I'm a little cute.
No.
Are you gonna keep her as a pet? Like, put her, put her. You're like, you're like, what? Oh my god, he's sad.
マジでめちゃめちゃ
Oh, he's still confessing.
大好きでした
Great shot.
So-
Like,
さようなら俺の大好きな人
I need to take a second to acknowledge how beautiful this is just as art.
Yeah.
Because like it's easy to get caught up in like the zombie da-da-da, but I'm like
Right, it's cool.
theming, color palette, design, like all of it. I'm like, dang, this is good.
It's just visually so interesting to
This is
watch.
good.
Useful pen.
I know, right? I love that. Did you see that he left money? He
What
left.
a
He paid.
respectful king.
Seriously,
Wow, what a respectful king.
that's ZOM 100.
Cool. That's so cute. I'm rooting for this guy.
I'm
I'm like team him all the way. What's his name?
absolutely. Akira.
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 I'm team Akira.
Okay, so wait, I have a question. You have the option to take your route and you RIP at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, or you have the option to like you made it through that first stint. Do you do a bucket list or do you just say it's not worth it? I'm just gonna.
Would you? Like, which,
I already told you.
You're
I'd
just gonna-
solo.
you're gonna
I'd
try as hard as you can, no
solo
matter
a
what.
zombie apocalypse. I am absolutely going to thrive.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna hit that. I'm gonna be great.
The zombies are like, oh my god, no. They're running away from you.
Well,
Oh, that was so nice. I liked it. Also, this was delicious.
we have one.
We have
do you,
one
here,
single
do you want the
chicken
last nugget?
No.
So I'm gonna teach you something really quickly because this happens in Japan all the time because there's like a lot of like communal eating things like that. If ever you are in Japan and you're going to eat the last of something, you say itadakimasu and you take the last bite. So just say itadakimasu.
Eat the ducky mouse.
There you go. Okay, well, that was ZOM 100, available to stream on Crunchyroll. They are only in their first season. The first 2 episodes are out, so now you have homework. You can go through and watch it.
I gotta keep up with. It's a weekly release.
It's a weekly release. Yeah. What did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was so fun.
I
I'm
did
excited
good?
to see where the show goes. Yes, you did good. You always do good. And
Aw.
the food was delicious.
Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, please make sure that you go and follow MissBriSolo on all of her platforms. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time on Anime a la carte.
Bye.